Hi. Like everybody knows, being fast is a flex of mastery in video games. This is definitely an exception to the rule though. I'm going to be speedrunning through the original official levels with a goal of beating the main levels in less than 45 minutes. I want to see how good and fast I can beat the first levels most people touch after beating over 500 demons, and while doing it, maybe I'll also explain how this speedrunning thing even works. Because I think a lot of people are very confused when they go onto speedrun.com and see a lot of letters that they don't know the meaning of. How nice of me! Let's see what I'm going to be doing exactly. I will be running the 1 through 21 any percent category, which basically means I'm beating all of the main levels from a fresh save file. This means I don't have to get any coins except to go into the demon levels, which means I have to collect a total of 30 secret coins before going into Deadlocked, 20 to get into Theory of Everything 2, and just 10 to get into Gloop Step. Before you have collected those amounts, you cannot enter the demon levels. My exact time will be revealed at the end once I enter the end screen animation of Fingerdash. Let's get into the run. If you do this with every single skip, most people will start with Hexagon Force because it's by far the hardest level if you're performing the secret way skip. But because I could not get that frame perfect trick to work a single time in my hour of practice on the level, I'm not using it, so I'm just starting from the beginning. The timer starts when I click on the first level. Also, this run is technically not valid because 1, I paused the timer in the middle of the run to check if my recording was still working, and 2, because I have a lot of shit on that isn't allowed. Starting off with Stereo Madness, I had to replay this level around 3 times because I was having technical difficulties. Of course, Stereo Madness is not that hard, so I made sure not to die there and get all 3 coins for good measure as well. Right after, I went on to Back on Track. I ended up beating the level in 1 attempt and missing the 3rd coin because I totally forgot it existed. Polargeist is up next, with me having very minimal issues here, except for me once again missing 2 of the coins this time. I then quickly proceeded to beat Tryout first try. Yes, I know this run starts off very boring and very slow, but it will get a lot more fun once we get into the skips later on in the game. I did almost die on the ship, but that is the farthest that my issues really got with this level. Then I almost perfectly menued to base after base, which I beat first try with all 3 coins. You might be wondering when this run will actually become interesting. Well, I do have some good news for you because I sucked ass at Can't Let Go. This is really the turning point of the run because I died here multiple times, losing me a good bit of time. Specifically, I died here, here, and here. So that's a goddamn mess. But I'm still on track for doing this in 45 minutes. So I'm just going to continue on for now. Thankfully, after menuing, I beat Jumper pretty much on the first attempt, which is very good because I needed that right now. I did have a very close call at 58, like a very close call. I got all of the coins, giving me full assurance that I could at least enter Gloop Step. Time Machine also went well. Oh wait, I died. Yeah, this coin kinda sucks, but either way, I beat it right afterwards. Cycles is up next, where I beat the level first try, which is kinda surprising after I choke it a lot. I mean, I even remember Doggy dying to this 1 coin right here. Now I can at least move on to levels with a lot less triple spikes, like X-Step, which is up next. I totally didn't suck ass on this one, which is very unsurprising, because I am a true gamer and I would never die. Also, don't mind me losing like 10 seconds on checking if the recording is still working. Next up, we have Eker Hacker version 2, for which I was allowed to put my timer on hold just to beat this banger of a level. Wow, what a piece of shit. Shaking and trembling in my boots, I went into Clutterfunk, which is usually a very big choke point for a lot of people. I even remember when I first started playing GD struggling a lot with this level because it's a big difficulty spike from X-Step. Thankfully here, I knew I was going to beat it first try because I'm actually very good at this level, and this level is very well made and very fun. I think that deserves a like and subscribe. Yay! Next up we have Theory of Everything, which has a coin so hard that I actually died on it. Me dying to ship coins is totally not going to be a trend, by the way. I only died to this one and no other ship coins are... No, I'm gamer. I am very good at shipcoin. Besides that, it's just Theory of Everything, and I went into Electroman Adventures ahead of my goal, which is very poggies. Speaking of poggies, I pogged right the f*** off by beating this level in 1 attempt. This means I'm actually pretty damn far ahead of what my goal is. It's Gloop Step. This is personally my absolute favorite RobTop level, which will make at least 1 person send me Toad 2 related death threats. It's just that I've beaten so many Gloop Step remakes, and the original Gloop Step is just exactly fit for my skill set, so I just love this level because of that. Having beaten this and its remakes like over 40 times by now, I beat this level first try, and made me go into the rest of this run with a lot more motivation. Next up, we have the secret fourth demon, Electrodynamics. This was a pretty big worrying point for me, and for good reason, because I died to the first fucking coin right away. This made me doubt myself for a bit there. And then I also died to this quad spike right after, mostly because I was doubting myself. Dumbass! This lost me like a full 2 minutes, which is just what I needed when I got into Hexagon Force. So this would be where the actual run would start, because this is the first couple of skips that you perform in the run. But because I am bad at video games, I didn't perform either of the skips that you can do in this part. One of which just being holding into this portal to dodge a speed portal, and the other one being a secret way that I'm not going to explain because I don't know how to perform it properly. I didn't struggle much with this level, mostly because I didn't go for the skips, but either way, right afterwards, I had to go into my absolute arch nemesis, Bwomp. I did Bwomp right into the floor when I was going for this ship coin. Wow! I said I wouldn't die there anymore. Stupid, stupid, stupid. After destroying my trust with myself, I thankfully finished this level out strong. I was still on pace going into the second actual demon, Theory of Everything 2. Wow, what a riveting start. This is the first level where I actually used a skip. By flying into the floor in this part, you can actually slide just right under this speed portal, which would otherwise slow you down and lose you some time. That does make this UFO part a lot harder, but whatever, it's still not that bad. Besides the one death at the beginning, I did beat this level first try and went straight on into the ugly level. Now you might be asking, did I actually learn the memory part? No, of course I did not. I know how it works already. Why the hell would I need to learn it? See? I just beat it. It's very easy. I did miss this skip though, even though it's a completely riskless skip to go for. It is a very precise 6-frame window. I just barely missed it by a couple of frames, sadly, and so I didn't save that time here. Now for easily the hardest level in the run, with Deadlocked. I went into this with high hopes because I'm actually very, very familiar with this level. I've beaten this easily many more times than I've beaten Gloop Step even. I mean, I have Invisible Deadlocked in 2 runs. I am a pretty big Deadlocked expert at this point. So I died here like 8 times. What the fuck happened? Thankfully, none of them were to the ship coin, but still. I lost like a solid 5 minutes because of this. And it made me actually go behind my goal. It was basically over at this point, just because I had choked the fuck out of Deadlocked. Being down and crying, I went right into Fingerdash and choked that level as well. I lost over 5 minutes on Deadlocked, but I could still probably squeeze a bit of time out of Fingerdash if I just didn't throw at the end. I did use a cool skip in that run though, where you can save around 2 seconds by jumping over this speed portal. I missed it on the winning attempt, which is actually very surprising. I also died doing it once, so that lost me a lot of time as well. In the end, this run came out to 48 minutes, 37 seconds, and 7 milliseconds, which is very bad. So yeah, that's how I beat every single main level in around 48 minutes. What a goddamn mess this was, and I didn't even reach my goal. Though we still got through it with a lot of struggle. I might try other categories in the future, but that's for next time.